Well, isn't this starting to feel like BLM all over with the riots going on, both political parties getting all riled up, and once again we have the conservatives sitting back being like, "Oh, look at the Democrats, they're so crazy. They're all for the authoritarianism, they're all for the police state, the military being there." Um, I don't even want to get into that stuff right now. Let's just look at how weird and strange, though, these riots are. It's being pushed on mainstream media left and right. I mean, it's all over X. You can't miss it. The biggest topic the past few weeks has been, especially this week, has been immigration, deport them. And it's like, it's getting to a point where it's becoming a meme, right? Well, this person doesn't agree with what the United States stands for, what this political party stands for, so deport them, right? This is mainly coming from the red team, right? The red team is supposed to be the party of rationality, right? And they kind of were the past 5 years. And once Trump came back into office, which I was honestly kind of surprised that Trump came back in, but it totally makes sense why he did. And it's just to simply get conservatives on board with authoritarianism under the name of freedom, of America first. Get the immigrants out. Let's get digital IDs in. Let's track and trace everyone. Let's have mass surveillance so that there's no quote unquote bad illegal immigrants who are going to do bad things, right? I mean, the conservatives have proved ever since Trump came back in office that they're no different than liberals. It's the same type of government. You're just getting a different flavor of marketing. It all comes down to taking your rights away. And how they do it, essentially, in a nutshell, is they start with one political party, right? Let's just say the past 5 years is liberals, right? There was all this stuff with the jab, and they changed up the medical laws, and people lost their job over stuff like that because we were supposed to, quote unquote, trust the science, and the people who didn't go along with that agenda were bad people, and people who were on the blue team pretty much were on board because that just so happened to be who was in power at the time was Biden, right? And then all of a sudden now that the tables flip, it's like, now the blue team almost is the ones who are calling for less government, less state control. Because before the blue team wanted it, they were all for the state coming in and handling but it was for medical reasons, right? It's just now it's being used with the red team with immigrants because they don't want the bad immigrants. We've seen so much propaganda and psyops with the stuff with immigrants. Not that it wasn't happening. Of course it was happening. It's how you dismantle a country. It's how you cause chaos because their motto is order out of chaos, the powers that be in this world. Doesn't matter who you vote for in these elections. They're two wings on the same bird. It's a giant movie script. That's really all it is. It's World Wrestling Entertainment. They do a great job pretending like they don't like each other and they hate each other, but really they're friends behind the scenes. They're in the same club. They work for the same people. It's that simple. And what's annoying right now is how bad the conservatives get duped because, like I said, they're supposed to be the party of rationality, but you see what goes on is as long as it fits the political party's agenda or certain people's agenda, people are going to go along with it, even if it goes against everything they claim they stand for, even if it goes against a moral code. Because, like I said, the deport people, let's tear up families, let's just deport someone even if they disagree with our philosophy. It's very inhumane, right? And this is where we're at right now as a human species. You see, people might. I understand this is in LA. I'm in New Jersey. This is not happening near me. There is obviously a big immigration population here in New Jersey, and I've seen a lot of videos of ICE, none in my town or anything, but I've seen a ton of videos of ICE agents in New Jersey and people actually stopping them. I've seen videos of crowds stopping ICE agents here in New Jersey. I forgot where exactly. But this is what people should be doing, but not just for immigration. We should all be rising up against the police and the military. There's hundreds of millions of us, and only like a million total police and military in the world. They're so outnumbered. Same with the powers that be. They're so totally outnumbered by us that they'll never stand the chance if the masses woke up. That's why they have to keep you asleep. And they do it through psychology. They don't do anything physical to you yet. But everything they do is through mass psychology, mass hypnosis. They are completely playing people right now, especially the people, like I said, on the red team, who they're getting on board. The powers that be, this agenda with putting Trump back in office and all these things going on with these riots and the immigration is leading to the digital ID where you'll be tracked and traced. There's going to be more tyrannical government, mass surveillance. That's what this whole goal is. If you've ever taken a look at China and how their mass surveillance system works with facial recognition systems, and how if they say anything bad on Facebook or whatever, on social media or in general about the government they protest, they'll get arrested or fined, whatever. That's what America is becoming. We're here. We're at that moment. It's not in the future. We're here. It's just day by day, step by step, inch by inch. We're getting closer to where there's some sort of pen and paper signed by Trump that just quietly brings in all this mass surveillance. Soon you'll see drones going around. Soon you'll see AI robots in the name of your safety, right? Let's do the usual and trade all of our freedoms for security. Because we're all children, right? Who need to be supervised on the playground. We can't just grow up and hang out like adults, right? No. We need Big Brother. We need mommy, daddy, government, and mommy, daddy, police officer, military person to sit and supervise us 24/7 so that this person doesn't say anything that hurts my feelings. That's where we're at as humanity. And this is really disheartening. This is horrible to witness for someone like me who's very consciously aware of things going on right now. Because I see everyone around me, they don't care. They either don't care, they're not paying attention, they don't see anything going on, they're just living their day-to-day life, completely ignorant to everything around them, or they're falling down political rabbit holes or conspiracy theory rabbit holes. Some sort of Donald Trump is going to save the world conspiracy theory, or maybe some sort of Antifa conspiracy about kings, right? Yeah, all these presidents act like kings. All these people in power act like kings. It's not just Trump. It's not just Biden and the Democrats who are trying to bring in a new world order and trying to enslave humanity. Yeah, you got that right. It's Donald Trump and the red team as well. As stated earlier, mass surveillance is the goal with all of this. It's like I said with what happened in 2020, how most Americans listened and complied to with what the TV said, the media, right? They gave in to peer pressure, their job threatened them, whatever it was. They got called selfish. So majority of Americans went along with the C-19 thing, right? So they didn't really need military to come by and offer it to you, or maybe they wouldn't have forced you to take it, but maybe it would have been an offering or something, if there was more pushback, let's say. And what happened was, all these people took something for something that didn't exist. All these people lost their jobs. There was all this mayhem and people getting locked up and kids getting years of their life shaved off and ruined socially for something that didn't exist. And here we are 5 years later. No one's held accountable. Everyone has forgotten pretty much about it. And people have taken not one, not two, not three, but some people like 4 or 5, you know what. And again, this is where we're at. Because the media, who, by the way, is just only owned by 5 corporations. This is very, very, like, kindergarten level knowledge that the media is owned by 5 corporations. Just sit and think about that for 1 second and think about what kind of power that is. Well, what kind of criminals are feeding us information and control the narratives and control where we go as humanity? But we want to sit back, right? We want to ignore. We want someone else to do the work for us. We want to sit back and be comfortable. You want someone like me to do all the talking and do all the waking up to people and do all the research, right? You think a politician on Wall Street or a politician in state or federal government is going to somehow, some way make your life better. When all these people do every time they get voted in is make our lives even worse than it was the year before. Every year here in the United States is getting worse. On the financial level, on the cultural level, on the social level, on the political level, on every level you could possibly imagine. The United States of America is a demonic, satanic, effed up, immoral, careless, ignorant, dumbass, fat-ass nation. That's what this country is. Look around you. I mean, seriously, look around you. Look at the people every day, how they either one, they don't care about anything, or if you talk to them about this stuff, because I know they've made it to inappropriate to talk about politics and truth now, because truth is labeled as lies and conspiracy theories. Just ask people questions about stuff if you know something. And you will be thrown back by people, the stuff people say, how you can ask them questions, you can talk to them, and everything they say they stand for, their actions and the way they live life, and what they do on a daily basis completely contradicts that. And people, they don't see the issue with it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I must sound really crazy to a lot of people because, you know what, people view me as weird and crazy. Like, everyone I come across is weird and crazy to me. Because, again, it's either they don't know shit or they have gone down and taken in the wrong information. Maybe they haven't even gone far enough, right? I can go on and on about how ignorant the American populace is, and the whole world even. It's not just America. Excuse me. But it's just so frustrating to have been making videos, like, talking about these things since 2019. And, like, look, like, the pendulum has shifted now to where I was getting accused, you know, the past 4 years before of being conservative. Now I'm getting confused of being a liberal because I talk about how the rich people, you know, are in a giant occult, this and that. And it's not even just rich people. There's all sorts of people in this occult, all right? And listen, I can't pinpoint every single person who's in it, okay? But obviously, the people at the top in this world, the people who are at least known as being in that pyramid of power, so-called, the well-known names have enriched themselves through secret knowledge, and they keep secret knowledge and wisdom hidden from the public. It's very simple. They keep it to themselves, to their bloodlines, and whoever they want to share it with. And they use knowledge, right? It's like celebrities, right? A lot of them are bloodlines, but maybe some of them just get chosen for whatever reason because they have influence. And so they sell out. They say, hey, powers that be will come up to them. They say, hey, you push this agenda, we'll make you rich, we'll make you famous, we'll give you a nice house, we'll take care of you financially, we'll give you everything you ever wanted as long as you do this and that. And you either do it, you really don't have a choice. Either you do it or you're just not going to become anything in this world, right? And some people, right, because I don't even want to get into money, but let's use these officers, these military guys as an example. If they stopped getting paid, they wouldn't be out there doing what they're doing. If there wasn't money rolling in, because these people have monopolized money, the powers that be, and they use these cops and military men as their guardian dogs who do the dirty work and arrest people and throw people in jail and shoot people on command, take people's rights away, write you a ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit, arrest you for smoking a joint. See, everything is just steal your money, throw you in a prison cell. There's no proper education in this world. And the whole education system is obviously a different topic that we're not going to get into. That's a whole different thing. But we are so messed up as a human species. Seeing where things are headed, the surveillance state is more than likely going to come. Their agendas, maybe some of us truthers can delay it or something, but you know, for the most part, like 90% of people don't give a shit about anything. They really, truly don't. It's like, even if they see this stuff, they don't take any action. Like, I've come across so many people who they know this stuff, but there's no real action. It's like, it's either there's no action at all, or it's silly action to where it's just, you know, let me go protest on the street, or let me just outsource my life to Jesus Christ and that. So, I don't know, man. We got to wake up. We got to really, like, spread this information to people and stop worrying about what they're going to think of us and our image and this and that. Because as long as people keep falling for these things, because they just don't know any better, and it's our responsibility as truthers to wake people up, as frustrating as it is. Because I know it's really frustrating. But I just wanted to make this video. Like, if you're stumbling across this, to remind you to not fall for these things. This is all scripted out, right? These protests are weird because they're being pushed on media. There's stuff about the bricks, just like there was in BLM. Remember they were talking about that? How there was those bricks that were planted so people could throw stuff, and how certain maybe people there or police guys are purposely causing chaos, and how they're purposely trying to get people down there and rile people up, right? There's always deeper agendas. That's my point. And it's leading to something that's not going to benefit the people as a whole. It's not just going to be LA, not just going to be even the US that's affected by whatever it is. It's going to be the whole world. So I think I rambled on enough here. I think you guys get my point, to not fall for these scams. Please share this around. Please like and subscribe. It's the least people could do. I don't ask for donations. Please just like, subscribe, share the video around, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and hope you guys have a great rest.